Hey everybody, it's Brando here. There was a question on my channel today that I thought I would address because I think it would be kind of easy video to put together and it wouldn't require a whole lot of editing and so forth. So I figured I would talk about that today. And it's basically, Brando, how do you store your ammunition and how do you store your guns? Well, I can answer that fairly quickly. I am not one of those guys that has an ammo bunker. I just simply don't have it. Sorry, I don't have cans of ammo everywhere, and that's strictly because I go shooting a lot. Now, doesn't mean that I'm not building that up, and I'll kind of show you exactly what I mean as I kind of go along. But as I reload, what I do is I like to use here's an empty one here for 9mm. I like these MTM case cards. Okay, now I use these for reloads. And I have some reloads here for 45, and I like these because these will store 100 rounds per box, and I have enough to store 300 or 400 rounds of 45 and 300 or 400 rounds, 500 rounds of 9mm. So that's what I like as far as storing my reloads is concerned. After I reload them, for rifle rounds, I use the same type of case guards, but made for rifles. So here's some 30-30s that I have made, and here's some actually factory 30-30s. But most of the ones are here that I made, and I'll store them in here. So if I'm going hunting or something like that, that's basically what I do. So I know this is not necessarily the answer that you were probably hoping for in the sense that you got this bunker full of ammo. I simply don't have that. Let me show you how I store my AR-15 rounds. I'm just going to move this tripod over. There's my nice, see that box down there? I know this sounds weird, but I'm going to take this box. It's heavy. Move it up to the bench. And this is how I store my AR-15 rounds. Don't make fun, but there they are. I just, have the case of them, and there's 30 rounds in each box. Now, do I want to put these in a mag can? Yes, I do. I just haven't got around to doing it yet. Just haven't got around to doing it. That's basically my excuse. Now, am I extremely worried about getting around to doing it? No, not yet. Because if you go look at my video on my AR-15 update, the one I just did a couple days ago, and also my Beretta M9, you'll see that on that particular AR, I don't have the case out, it's already put away, but on that particular AR, I have 210 rounds of ammo ready to go in the magazines loaded. Okay, I also have another 210 rounds of ammo in magazines loaded and ready to go that I store in a 511 tactical bag, which is their active shooter bag. Okay, I have one of those as well, and I'll show you that here in a second. That's my other gear system or setup system that I have. So I have those things set up. I also have a few magazines, not so many as I do for the AR and the SU-16, for magazines set up, loaded and ready to go for my Kel-Tec PLR. Okay, so I have that ready to go. For my pistols that I use for my SHTF situations, I have at least one magazine in the pistol, and then 2 spare mags in the case that goes along with it. So you're looking at for standard 9mm 15 round magazine, at least 45 rounds there with me as well. Now I could probably have an extra case, a metal case that you could carry with you, but for me, what I'm trying to do, or my systems that I have set up for, is strictly for a grab and go situation. I mean, if I grab my active shooter bag and my carbine, then I really don't have enough room to handle this 50-pound tin of ammunition. So that's why I haven't really gone out and bothered to do that. So I'm going to pause the video now, and I'm going to actually go to a couple of areas and show you how I store my firearms. All right. Okay, here I am in an undisclosed location in my home. Right here, I have a gun vault. This is the mini vault, and this is the fingerprint recognition mini vault. It's where simply where you just hit this button, drag your finger across it, and the thing opens. And what do you know? There's an XD45 with a TLR1 Streamlight light sitting right there, ready to go. Okay, with a spare magazine. Okay, these are the Hornady Critical Defense. I like that round. Alright, so that's how I store some of my weapons in a mini vault just like this. So I have a few of these, and I have them throughout my house. So, burglar beware. So I like these mini vaults. They're pretty nice. I have never really had a problem with the finger swipe mechanism. It always works. I have it programmed for my left and my right hand. Okay, works like a charm. Okay, I'll show you something else. So just to let you guys know, I like using these stack-on products. I don't have a fireproof safe and that's so huge I can't fit it into a garage or anything like that. I use these products, and I also use small pistol boxes like that. Okay, I have a few of those. These are relatively inexpensive, and the main idea for me is basically to keep my kids away from my firearms. But the best way to keep your kids away from your firearms is simply wear your firearm on you. I don't know, just my opinion. But I like using these, because I have a few of these as well. Alright, like I said before, here's another storage point for me. This is your 511 bug out bag, okay, or your active shooter bag. I like to keep always a dog tag on my bags for identification, for blood type and that sort of thing. I keep medical kit here, some other administrative things in here. I also have, as I said before, 210 rounds of ammo in P-mags, always P-mags, no metal mags for me. Also, look, and lo and behold, as I always describe, there's a Glock 17 and a Serpa holster with a paddle on it. If you look at my other videos, you know why I carry that paddle. Okay, I like quick deployment. This is an active shooter bag. I got medical kit, some administrative stuff in there, glow sticks, that sort of thing. I'll do a review on this bag at a little later point. But basically this was just to answer the question about how I store my ammo. Oh, let's see what else I got. I got stuff all over the place. I have my little mini man room. I got ammo here. I got ammo there. I got a SIG 226 here. Another one of those case guards there. Let's see here. Ho ho ho! Let's see if I can zoom out on that. Sub 2000 with my Redline Precision Vortex Strike Fire Red Dot. Gotta love it. Well, alright. Well, I kind of hope that answers some of y'all's questions. I don't really have a particular system set up for that. I guess that's really what I'm trying to say. I have my system set up, and I have them ready to go. The one thing I didn't show you was the AR, but you can go back to the other videos and take a look at how I have all that set up. So, just know that it's there. Now, you can see that I have several things scattered, throughout the house. Everything's in a safe, everything's locked up. Even when I'm at home, call me crazy, but I always have a firearm on me, okay? And it's usually when I'm dressed. So like for an example, I don't want to, if I'm going to go to the grocery store, okay, this kind of goes back to responsibility of carry. If I am going to go to the grocery store, I could easily say, okay, I'm just going to the grocery store, it's right down the street. I get in my car, I go, I come back, and I'm not armed at all. Or I can always have my firearm with me. When I get dressed in the morning, the firearm just goes on or in my pocket. It depends on which firearm I'm carrying that day. And I can go to the store without having to worry about it. Or I can simply carry my Moab 6. Go back and look at that video. The Moab 6 also has a firearm in it, so I'm always carrying a firearm somewhere, somehow. So I always have something ready to go. I always have a firearm in my truck. So, I have firearms everywhere, in the sense that that's how I store things. You know, I actively shoot, and I'm not into hoarding or prepping, I guess. I probably should prep a little bit more, in the sense that maybe it's like some for food and stuff like that, but you know, I've kind of prepped in the sense that I have medical kits, I have compasses, I have little things that I think that it could get me by for a couple of days if I need to get by a couple of days. I'm not in the sense of prepping for a month or two. So I just don't do that. It's just not my bag. Trying to think if there's anything else regarding that topic. There's a whole other topic there as far as responsibility of carry. I don't want to get into that right now. And there's a whole other topic about storing ammo for HTF situation and reloading. So I'll probably talk about that maybe in another video. Maybe I'll do that now, but in another video. So hope you enjoyed that. Kind of a weird insight there, but anyway, that's okay. Talk to you guys later.